Hello students, we were discussing about random variable. We have discussed about some examples on random variable. Let us discuss the another example 23 of your NCERT book, example 23. Right? Yes, a bag contains two white and one red ball. A bag, it contains two white and one red. Right? Two white balls are there. That means, suppose this contains, this is a ball white, this is another ball white, and this is a ball red. There are three balls inside the basket. One is red and the other two are white. Now what is the question? One ball is drawn at random. One ball is drawn at random and then put back in the box after noting its color. Right? Suppose we will draw one ball and we are not able to see the balls while they are inside the basket. Randomly we will choose one ball and see its color, whether it is white or red. Then again we put it in the box and once again we will randomly, aimlessly, without any purpose, we will draw another ball and note its color, whether it is red or white. This is the process. Yes, understand? A basket contains two white balls and one red ball. And randomly we have to take one ball from the basket and note what? Its color. Again you put it in the box. Again you draw another ball and note its color. This is the way it is described. The process is repeated again, right? If X denotes the number of red balls recorded in the two draws, describe X. Yes. X denotes the number of red balls obtained. Right? So what we do, since there are two white balls, for our convenience, let us write it is W1, white ball number 1, and it is 2. Because they have more chances of occurrence, right? Because they are two in numbers, right? So let us take it as W1 and W2, white 1, white 2. Suppose it is not labeled like 1, 2, but for calculation, we will say it is white ball number 1, it is white ball number 2, because there are two white balls and one red ball is there. So numbering is not essential. So let us see first, what is the sample space? What is the sample space? Random variable is the number of balls obtained, number of red balls obtained in the process, right? Let us see first what is the sample space. Here the sample space S is equal to, yes, what are the possible outcomes? What is the sample space? The total number of possible outcomes in that experiment. What is the experiment here? To draw one ball out of three, one by one, one after other, with replacement. That means we will first draw one ball, see its color and replace it in the box. Again randomly we will draw another ball and see its color. Now what will be the sample space? That means what are the possible outcomes? What are the possible outcomes? You may have two white balls. You may have two white balls. Say white balls, white 1, 2. This may happen. In the first trial, it may be white number 1, 2, or first 2, then this. Right? Or one white and one red. One white and one red may occur. That means it may W1R or RW1 or W2R or RW2. Yes, this is the way we can obtain on one white and one red. White number 1 with red, or first red then white number 1, or white number 2 then red, or first we will obtain red then white number 2. These are the possible ways we can get one white and one red, right? Then, yes, since we are drawing the ball with replacement, if the first ball is red, there is a chance that the second ball is also red. So this will happen like this, R, R. These are the possible outcomes of your experiment, of this experiment, right? This is the sample space. This is the sample space. And you see, all are equal length. Yes, here what will happen? We will define a random variable. The random variable x. The random variable is defined. X is defined as x omega. Suppose x or x omega is defined as the number of red balls in where omega is an outcome, means it is an element of the sample space. Omega is an element of the sample space. So what is x omega? Is defined as the number of red balls in, right? You see, in all these two cases, W1, yes, another, I have forgotten, it may happen, right? Suppose here you see, yes, there are two white balls. In the first case, if you will find W1, in the second case also you can get W1. White number 1 and white number 1, or white number 1, white number 2, or white number 2 and white number 1, or white number 2 and white number 2 may appear as outcome. Sir, there are two white balls. In the first trial you will get W1. There is also a chance that the second trial is also white 1. Similarly, if we will have first chance, in the first chance you have white 1, then second chance may be white 2. or the first chance may be white 2 and the second chance may be white 1, or both the cases, in the first trial as well as in the second trial, you will choose white 2 and white 2. You may have, or in the first trial you will have white 1 or white 1 or white 2 with or with white 2 or R. Yes, I have escaped these things, skipped W1, W1, W2, W2. Yes, there is a chance. So how many outcomes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 outcomes are there. Achha. Suppose you see what is the value of clearly x of W1, W1, that is x of W1, W2, that is also equal to x of W2, W1, that is W2, W1, and W2, W2, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 0. The value of the random variable is 0 for these outcomes. Why? Because in each case there is no red ball. There is no red ball. Our random variable value is the number of red balls in the outcome. Right? Here there is no red ball. Here there is no red ball. In this case there is no red ball. Yes. So value of the random variable will be 0. And similarly in these 4 cases, right, W1R, that is x of RW1, that is x of W2R, that is x of RW2 is equal to 1. And the last one of RR is, yes, 2. So the value of the random variables are 0, 1, 2. Right? 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. This is the set of values. The set of values of the random variable. Right? That means here thus x from sample space 2, 0, 1, 2 is a random variable because its domain of definition is the set of all outcomes is the sample space and codomains are these, and as domain of x is equal to the sample space and x is not one many, any outcome of the sample space cannot have more than one value. Yes, according to the definition. So this is a random distribution or random variable, right? In this way, see, we have already seen on all these examples the value of the random variables. Values of the random variables are discrete. What is discrete? Discrete. That means isolated values. Isolated values. We have seen, we have defined that a random variable is a function from the set of, from the sample space to the set of real numbers, from the sample space to the set of real numbers, right? So it may have any real value, or it may have continuous, you see, continuous values in an interval, or isolated values like this. These are the isolated values. X is the value of x, the value of the random variable may be 0 or 1 or 2. But between 0 and 2, how many real numbers are there? There are infinite number of real numbers between 0 and 2. In these two boundaries, 0 and 2, the interval from 0 to 2, there are infinite number of real numbers. But our random variable cannot take all these values from 0 to 2. From 0 to 2. It cannot take all the values. There is no possibility of taking all the values from 0 to 2. So, you see, these are discrete values. Discrete values. Discrete values. So this is a discrete random variable. X is a discrete random variable. Right? Where it takes isolated values except 0, its neighborhood. There is no value in the neighborhood of 0, neither from the left or from the on the right. 0. It is isolated one. Isolated, aloof. Yes. And similarly 1. To the left of 1, there is no value. To the right of 1, there is no value. To the left of 2, there is no value. So, this is a discrete random variable. What is continuous? Discrete opposite word is continuous. Continuous random variable. Continuous random variable. What is continuous random variable? Yes, whose range? Continuous random variable is a random variable whose range is an interval of real numbers. Interval of is an interval. Is an interval. That means, suppose I will take 0 to 2. Yes, its value will take all the values from 0 to 2. This is continuous. Continuous. But this is discrete. You see, while a frog is jumping, what happens? It jumps from this to this. From this point to this point. Again it jumps from this point to this point. Right? So, it is discrete points, isolated points on the number line. But continuous values means from this, suppose it is A, this is B, it will take all the values from A to B, all the values. So it is continuous random variable. One such example you may take the temperature of a patient. The temperature of a patient in a medical. You see, the temperature, it cannot jump from 98 degree Fahrenheit to 99 degree Fahrenheit. It cannot jump. It will gradually increase from 98 to 99. If you take at suitable intervals, you may get discrete values. Suppose now it is 90 degree Fahrenheit, after half an hour it is 98.5, or then after 1 hour it is 99, like this. If we will take discrete interval points, different points you will get different, but the temperature will gradually increase, taking all the values between 98 to 99 degree Fahrenheit, right? So if we will take the random variable as the temperature of the patient, then it will be a continuous random variable. It will be a continuous random variable, right? It will be a continuous random variable. But it is not in our course. We will not discuss about the continuous random variable at this stage, at this plus 2 level. At this level, plus 2 level. So we will deal with only discrete random variables. Okay. So now let us come to another concept, probability distribution in the discrete random variables. What is probability distribution? What is probability distribution? We have already seen the probability distribution in the sample space, on the sample space. That means probability what? Yes, let us come to that definition again. Yes, I will wipe out these. Yes, we have defined what is probability. We have assigned probabilities to each outcome of a sample space, right? To each outcome of a sample space. That probability must be greater than equal to 0 for each outcome, and its sum is equal to 1, and probability of any two events A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B if A and B are mutually exclusive. In that case, the probability is distributed over the sample space. To each element we have assigned a probability, right? And which are greater than or equal to 0 and whose sum is equal to 1. Suppose your sample space is this. Yes, say S1, S2 up to Sn. Then we were assigning probabilities P1, P2, right? Respectively Pn. Probability of Si is Pi. We are assigning probabilities to each outcome of your sample space. In this case, we are discussing about random variables and the values of the random variables. Suppose instead of the sample space, while we are discussing about random variables, your random variable may take values x1, say, let the values of the random variables of the random variable x be x1, x2, x3 up to xn, right? Be this, then we can assign probabilities P1, P2 up to Pn to the values respectively to the values of the random variable x respectively, such that each pi is greater than 0. It will never be 0. Why? Here you see these values will are assigned to the outcomes, one or two or three, right? So they must occur in the sample space, so their probability cannot be zero. Probability of impossible event only 0. Probability of impossible event is only 0. So these are all greater than 0, and their sum Pi I is equal to 1 to n is equal to 1. Sum of the probabilities of these values is equal to 1, right? This is your probability distribution. Let us take an example. So that it will be clear, right? It will be clear. Say that means here on the sample space we are assigning the probabilities to each outcome. But you see, the values of the random variable. Suppose x1 is a value. We have already seen in the random variable examples of different experiments involving random variable, where we have already seen that one value may occur in more than one outcomes. So a subset of the sample space will have these values, right? Like this, we have discussed recently the 2 white balls and 1 red ball. You see, there are 4 outcomes having same random value, right? So this is a subset of the sample space, and that cannot be a null set. So the probability of these random variables cannot be 0. Probability of is not 0 for any xi of x, right? It cannot be 0, and its sum must be equal to 1. Why? Because you see, for each value we will get different subset of the sample space. That means they are mutually exclusive. For x1, one subset. For x2, another subset of the sample space. They are mutually exclusive. So their sum is equal to what? The sum of the probabilities of these sample space. That is 1. Must be 1. So in my next video, we will discuss different examples where the probability distribution is made for different random variables, and we will observe that in each case the probability is greater than 0 and their sum is equal to 1. Okay? In the next video, we will discuss the examples of your book, so that it will be clear how the probability is distributed over the sample space. Not the sample space, distribution over the values of the random variable. Okay? So let us stop here. You go through your book, see all the examples. We will discuss the same in my next video. Dhanyavad.